I'm back with the answers. I know I mentioned using a better microphone, but it stopped working, which is just amazing. Anyway, no need to beat around the bush. Rather than filling in and talking here, as technically unnecessary, that I'm totally not doing right now for someone comedic effect, let's just get this started so I can answer the questions as soon as possible with no filler. So without further ado, let's get started. You just did. So, the reason I returned in late 2020 was because I was just passionate about DLD and wanted to finish it, and felt like it would be a fitting way to end off my time on Scratch, because I kinda just wanted to move on and stuff like that, I guess. However, I have been enjoying making all the standalone projects I've been making, so that's part of what inspires me to keep creating. Also, seeing people just interact with my projects is definitely effective too. It makes it feel like my work is actually paying off. To be honest, I don't really know what cool is nowadays. However, if you want to be truly cool, try this. First of all, thanks for the kind words in the first post. Second of all, I rebooted DLSA so hard that it doesn't even spoil DLD. Honestly, I do struggle with that one. For DLSA, it was kind of random stuff. The only one where I remember how I came out with it was Henry and Co at the Olympic Games, which was from when I was at a PE thing at school where I had to do long jumps and stuff like that, and it felt like I was in the Olympics or something to child me, which inspired me to make it. Oh, also, the Attack Town was just ripping off Mystery Key's whole Cacletta thing. My friends were doing that, and I wanted to join in. The best advice I have for Kirby animating specifically is to try to avoid having teeth on Kirby's for the most part, unless you're trying to make an expression that only works with teeth or trying to lip sync. Though I will say, smear frames are really good at making things feel like they have impact. Though if you want to make a long-going series with lore, then it's probably best to have the lore written down somewhere. Using this, you can avoid plot holes and do foreshadowing, and also make sure it's all quality and coherent, because you don't have to come up with anything as you go, because you've got it all written down. When I was making DLSA, I kinda just assumed they were. I guess you could say they were because of that one SSS episode where Dimension Matter appears. However, me and Tiny Clover never officially said that they were in the same series, so DLD does not take place in the same universe as SSS. However, I will be tying in DLD with SSS Sugar Rush with Tiny's permission, using Dimension Matter's dimensional powers, so I guess we're in the same multiverse or something. So far I've enjoyed it. Honestly, I think they're better than the old DLSA episodes in my opinion. Honestly, the wording of the question makes it a bit confusing, so I'm gonna answer both directions here. If you mean me using your character, I guess I could use the design for something. However, if you mean you using one of my characters, then go ahead, just give credit. No, this is a goal I've set to myself recently, because I looked at my product count and realized how absurdly big it is, but it was also below 1,522, and decided, hey, let's make this a goal, since I thought it was fitting. It was also kind of inspired by Spreadsheet 8's 800 project total thing. So back in the day, there was this course thing where you learned Scratch and stuff that my friend did. One day my parents meet, and maybe him went there to see if I was interested. After the whole thing, I decided not to do it because I wanted to do something at home, because back then I was a dumb kid with horrible priorities. However, I did decide to check out Scratch itself sometime after that, and I loved it. I think. I don't know, it was a while ago, but considering how much I proceeded to use it the following years, I probably did. I made a lot of projects. After doing this for a long time, I decided to ask my parents if I could make an account, and here we are! Also yes, I made scratch files before I had an account. I made them for around a whole year before I made my account, so I've technically been scratching for 6 years. You know, I've played a few of them, but I'm just a casual fan. I'm not that into the series. I haven't played that many games. Okay, but if you want a serious answer, I played all of them except for Pinball Land, the original Superstar, as I've only played the remake, both Star Stacker games, Kirby Slide, Tilt and Tumble, Fighters 2, and Kirby's Toy Box, along with some kind of Kirby board game and some kind of Kirby coin pusher game, I guess. Dreamland Squad Adventures, now known as Dreamland Defenders, is just a scratch series I'm working on. It's really inspired by Tiny Clover Superstar Squad. It's basically a spiritual successor, and yeah, that's basically it. Watch Superstar Squad or check the DLD characters bios for more information, I guess. I don't know, I did actually see Code Vent and Electrical earlier today. Kinda sus if you ask me. You see tier list of what do you think of all my characters? I know it's not what you asked for, but I suck at ranking things from 1 to 10, and I have more than one fan character. Also, just to be clear, I'm happy with all my characters, especially from C to A, but if I had to rank them, it would probably be something like this, but this was kinda hastily made, so take it with a hint of salt, maybe. By the way, this tier list doesn't have this thing where if it's further to the left in a tier, it's higher. Every character in the same tier has the same tier, or whatever. I'm 16. Not really. There was a time in like late 2020 to early 2021 where I was just completely tired of seeing all the memes about sus that, everything sus. Hey, this trash can looks like Among Us, but after that I kinda just got fine with it, and I'm still fine with them. What do you want me to answer with here? Oh, shoot, 1,000 followers? That's a million. Though, knowing what the dark matter's capable of, probably not.
Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step, and then again. Let's do the Mario all together now.
Yeah, that was kind of the point. No, I think these questions are the first time I've seen you, but I did decide to check some of them out. And by that I mean specifically the ones that weren't remixes, so I could see your actual skills rather than altered products. They were pretty neat. Normally I wouldn't allow this on a Q&A because it's kind of advertising in a way, but I did forget to add a no advertising rule in my Q&A rule, so I'll let it slide. Honestly, I've never been good at answering these questions because I don't feel like I know you enough to consider you a friend, but I also don't want to be rude. But I guess we can be on good terms, I guess. Well, for the number specifically, that's just it's just because of my username. However, the leaving part is more so just because I kind of want to move on and proceed to the next chapter of my life. I did decide this before making new projects and stuff, and now I'm actively enjoying the making of projects. However, I still think I'm gonna leave because I think it's poetic to leave it at the other 522, and again, I kind of just want to proceed. Okay, I know I already answered the first part of this, but I can still answer the rest. My animation started off mostly based on Kirby and BFDI. Eventually, I started making more Kirby content than BFDI content, and just stopped with the BFDI content altogether, and also started getting a friend group consisting of fellow Kirby fans who definitely influenced me, at least somewhat. The two that influenced me the most were the Blue Kirby 32 and Tiny Clover. Blue inspired me to start making my own fan characters, and Tiny inspired me to make Dreamland Squad adventures and make my characters actually do things, because I like Superstar Squad. Honestly, I do kind of struggle to come up with ideas, but usually my product ideas for my random products just come from random memes I see or ideas I get or things I want to reanimate. I don't have a specific way of getting them, they kind of just pop up sometimes. I'm sorry, I have no memory of that conversation if I'm gonna be honest. But no, I actually haven't flipped pancakes as far as I'm aware. I think maybe I did when I was being. Well, the thing is, let's just say I forgot to read the part when signing into Roblox and practice that said don't use your real name. Yeah, Kimmy's actually my real name. The 1522 part is just a code for something that I really shouldn't have put into my username, but in a way, and it's way too late to go back now. It was probably Superstar Ultra or Return to Dreamland. I'm not sure which one, but probably one of those two. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it was this DS game called Reader Rabbit that was like an educational game. The game card makes it look like it has a Swedish language option, so I probably played with that enabled, because for those who don't know, I'm Swedish. Been a while since I played Planet vs Zombies, but I enjoyed it enough to start making a clone of it that I never proceeded to continue finishing. I also used to play the game when I was younger on my phone. And that's all the questions. Thanks y'all for the questions. I hope I managed to give good answers to them. I don't really got much else to add, so jam bye-bye.